breaking news. Former Minister and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, has been sent to Kuje Prison. Not only him, one of his sons and one of the wife. I don't know if it's the wife that was married to, that's the son of, that is the daughter of a former president of the country. But from reliable, authentic source, he's been sent to a detention center in Kuje. Philip, Malami had the mighty falling.
Oh, so interesting. You know, it's just a reminder to those in office today that, look, when you hold the sway, when you're in charge, remember that there's a tomorrow. You will not be there forever. We all know when how Malami operated as Attorney General and the Minister of Justice in the Federation. He was like a demigod. His word is final. You don't need to. He's the de facto president then. But again, the issue here is Malami being remanded in prison custody pending his bail application. It's a normal legal process. You know, yes, Malami has been arrested by the FCC. He's been under investigation. And finally, the EFCC had brought him to court. He was arraigned today. After the arraignment, him and his co-traveler, his son and the wife, they pleaded not guilty. And the process of law for you to, get bail, you don't just go where you said not guilty. It doesn't end there. Your lawyer had to move for bail application and condition had to be given. Yes, his defense counsel actually moved an oral bail application, but usually the court are not easily, adhered to oral bail application, and it's not a big deal. His bail application has been filed, and a date has been set aside for the bail application to be heard, and that is on the 2nd of January 2026. So it is left for the prosecution counsel to either oppose or to allow, the bail application, and if they are opposed, they both argued and the court will take a decision on it. It's normal thing. What has happened is that it's what happened in everyday life. If you are before a court of law for one reason or the other for a criminal offense, you have to go through the process, which Malami is very much aware of. He knows that if he's being charged to court, then he had to go through the process. And that is what has happened today. You see, but the lesson here is this. The people who are in office today, who are holding sway, who believe that there's no tomorrow they can do and not do, they should make sure they keep their house in order, because you don't come to equity with dirty hands. Your hands have to be clean. If you that is prosecuting Malami today and you are doing the same thing you are prosecuting Malami for today, it will be another person turns tomorrow to also go through your records, and you will also pass through the same process. So if you are prosecuting Malami today, be sure that your hands are clean.
Now let's look at it. Some humongous amount of money from the Abacha loot to so many other dealings to which he's been accused of. These are all allegations. His son setting up. You begin to wonder, what business have they been doing that they have those kind of massive amount of money? Somebody entrusted with the law office in Nigeria, the Minister and Attorney General of the Federation, could be stealing from something that is giving. I mean, one of the amazing things is that government officials, even right now, they spend money as if they do one business, and everybody look away. And they are trusted with a lot of monies. I mean, Malami steals so much money.
It's a shame that is what we are in this country. Once you get appointed or elected to office, for most Nigerians, is an avenue to amass untold wealth to the detriment of those who are ought to govern. It's a shame, and I hope that those serving today will can learn from Malami. A lot of people. Give me some minutes. A lot of people, the claiming is witch hunting. But the couple used to say, if you are witch hunting and catch a witch, what's wrong with it? And I think it was sometime in November when Ami went to national TV and said he will contest for the governorship of Kebbi State. And he didn't end there. He attacked APC. Of course, now told hardship to the northern region of the country. People say that's where his problem started. But as Philip said, if his hands were clean, they would have found nothing against him. After all, P2B had been out there, they've thrown him up and they couldn't find anything, let him go. So if his hands weren't clean, so why did you embark on that journey? So when people talk about witch hunting or any other thing, it is wrong. I don't think that is the issue. Yes, it could be because of what he said, but did he do what he was accused to have done? That's what you look at. The monies that are being mentioned here, these are not changed. These some monies that even some states cannot even be able to. They are not projects. It's not even up to that amount. Some states in Nigeria. So he should go and answer questions. He's been an attorney general. He should have known better that law will somehow catch up with you. He can't exploit offices that was entrusted in your care. And because you feel like if you throw that card that you are being witch hunt, every other person will look back and support you. No, go and answer questions before you. Your children that are less than 40 years are managing companies that worth trillions. What have they done before? Where are their track record? What business have they done to amass such kind of wealth? I subscribe to the fact that he should go and answer the questions before him. That's my take.
All right. In this kind of dispensation where one of the known APC leaders said, if you come to APC, your sins are forgiven, and the moment you leave APC, your sins are revived. Obviously, Malami's sins has been revived since he started doing a tango with ADC against the ruling party, which he formed. And he also benefited massively from that party. Now, do you think is a form of witch hunting?
You see, I wouldn't say that it's witch hunting or not witch hunting, but the truth remains that Malami is just being accused, like you rightly said. They are all allegations.
Yeah.
Until it's proven in court of law that Malami confiscated money that meant for public use to his personal use, or he abuses his office while he holds sway as the Attorney General and the Minister of the Federation, we cannot say wholeheartedly that Malami, is guilty of what is being accused of. It's only the court of law that can make that pronouncement. But having said that, the question is Malami being witch hunted? Another question you ask yourself: are all those, all the people in APC today, are their hands clean? Why Malami remains an APC member? What happened? Why was he not invited? Is it also not true that people in government today also have questions to answer just because they are in APC? Their question, their action is being overlooked. So, whether either way you look at it, well, the person who says is being witch hunt is not far from the truth. The one who says, oh, if they are witch hunting and they caught a thief in the process, is not far from the truth. But what remains that are the laws of this land operative separately to different individuals? Are they operating in the same measure? Because we're in this country where Beta Edu of Minister of Women and of Humanitarian was accused of huge sum of money. The only thing we had that he was asked to step aside, and that was the end. We are in this country where the director of the dance trainer, the was accused of sponsoring his little children with $5 million by Dangote. The only thing we heard that the man resigned. What if the man is being accused and he resigned? If he resigned, what happened to the money that is being accused of being removed from the government coffers? What happened to it? What is it? Because is he in bed with the APC? So we shouldn't say that yes, because Malami is this. No, if we must, as a country, if we must make progress, the laws should apply to everybody equally. If those who are in government, because you can't say because you come to APC your sins are forgiven, if you leave APC your sins are revived, we won't make progress.
But that doesn't mean that what Malami is being accused of, he has not done it. Or rather, the evidence that they are bringing forth, that we exonerate him of those stuff.
To that.
I know.
Malami, the evidence, what he's being accused of, you and I cannot speak on it because it's subject. It's before a court of law. So we should allow the court to do their work.
But his people are still talking that he's being shunned. He's being
beyond being the matter being in court and being subjudiced, they are giving us facts of what the accusations they brought against them.
They brought it out because they want us to try it in a public court.
And this is not right. Which we are free. That one is also, we are not judging it. We are saying that these are allegations that have been brought up against Malami.
I understand where you're going to. I understand you want it to be a level playing ground for everybody. But life is not always fair. That is life. Life is not always fair.
Life not beyond not being fair is the fact that the ones that are ruling today, tomorrow will be their turn.
Yes.
Because the victim in this case are Nigerians and infrastructure. That's the victim. And we must look at the victim and speak on behalf of the victim. And that's whether they are ruling now or they are not ruling now.
That's why I said, if you remember, I said it's a lesson to those who are in office today. You that is prosecuting Malami today, ensure that you are following the law in total, because if you don't, tomorrow the person that will step in will also open the books, and if the man finds some problem in the book, just like you are finding problem, you will also pass through the same route Malami is passing through.
The truth is that we can't forget Malami in a hurry. He was the minister of, he was attorney general of this federation. We know what happens under his leadership. So he had opportunity to address some of these things here in his new face.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't, so he should face it.
Nobody's only brief for him.
Again,
because he's the chief law officer of this country. He should have ensured that there's rule of law. He didn't do that. That's why it's suffering.
I don't understand why we see public offices as avenue to amass so much wealth. We are so wicked in this country. We are so, see, most times we blame government. Yes, you are part of government. Even those that have not entered, they start planning what to do when they enter there.
But Peter, let me also tell you one thing. If I enter office today and I don't amass weight, if I go to my village, they will tell me that are you stupid?
Saying the same thing. There is a man. Okay, Bruce said there is a man then in my village. I won't call the place. He retired as a general manager of Union Bank. People make reference to him. Look at useless man. Look at his house. After being general manager of bank, see how wretched he is. Because probably he lived an upright right. He didn't steal. People make reference to him that look at how useless his life has become. See, most of our time we encourage these things. Go to most of these politicians. If you see the wage bill, if you see people that lines up, I'm not trying to encourage what they're doing. Most time we encourage it. We will see someone that is doing wrong for the fact that we are benefiting small from it. We support it. Okay, what is the question?
I have to end there right now. Number one, what we know is that the rich also cry.
Yes.
That's number one. And number two, Malami is going to spend the holidays in Kuje Prison until 2nd of January.
Malami will resume next year in prison.
And you know, he brought out a statement and said that he doesn't want to stay in detention. He wants to spend the holidays with his family.
You know the funniest thing? It's not Malami alone.
Yes.
Because when you are committing crime, be careful.
Yes.
Malami is in detention.
Yes.
He's remanded in prison custody. His wife is remanded in prison custody.
Son.
Probably his first son is also in prison custody. They will all spend the year and then resume the next year in prison custody.
Okay, all right. I think I know some of us have grown tough skin that say not just prison. If I steal 10 billion, I will use 1 billion to judge the case. After then, they will let me loose. That's what has been. We have not seen justice being brought out from most of these accusations. We'll be right back.